Black Swan, a movie or a mind trip?
Jake and I, we decided that we were going to go see all the movies that were nominated for the Golden Globes.
Except for The Fighter, because that didn't look interesting.
Yeah, for some reason. So, we saw Black Swan and The King's Speech. And we saw Black Swan first, and
We're going to close with Black Swan, because it was just that's a good finale there. It's like fireworks. So Alyssa's gonna open with The King's Speech.
The King's Speech was awesome. It had this amazing banter between Colin Firth and the
Jeffrey Rush.
They were incredible. They just had this quick back and forth, and Colin Firth definitely deserved the Best Actor award. His stammer, it was just great, and he nailed it perfectly. His wife, they had this great chemistry. They so cared for each other. And it was a real feel-good movie. And do you have anything to add?
Not really.
Okay, he's waiting for Black Swan.
We gotta conserve my energy for Black Swan.
We're moving on to Black Swan.
It's now time for Black Swan.
It is.
So Black Swan, it's about a dancer, a ballet dancer, and she's been training her whole life for this moment, and she finally gets it. And the entire film, I had to question everything during it. Like every action she made, there were 3 things that you had to consider after watching something that she did. You had to go, okay, now did the character actually do that? Did Natalie Portman actually do that? Or did it happen at all? Every single thing that she did, you had to question everything that happened. And there were parts where, like, in the movie, I was, like, watching something, I observed it and I was like, now, like, was that supposed to be in the movie, or did I just think that? Like, as sitting in the chair in the movie theater, I was like, was that supposed to be in the movie, or did I just put that there in my head? I was, like, freaking out.
The camera tricks, they're tricking you. You're questioning yourself, so you're doing exactly what Natalie Portman is doing. She's going insane, so you're questioning yourself. She's questioning herself. She's not sure something happened. You're not sure something happened.
Okay, minor technical difficulty there. So anyway, as we were saying, nail clippings, and it was so, like, you don't think it's that intense, but when you're sitting there in the movie theater gripping the hand, and just something like, when the minorest little thing, and just like, ah! It's just so horrible.
And despite the nail clippings, it totally deserved its R rating. It was definitely top 10 most awkward movies to watch sitting beside your little brother.
There's a lot of touching here and here. There's actually a very graphic and intense lesbian sex scene in it too, so make sure to bring the kids.
That was not appropriate. Just make sure you're old enough to see it and be prepared for them. And gore, as she gets worse, the violence and there's blood. I'm squeamish about it, so I looked away, but even Jake,
it wasn't like there were like intestines falling out, and
no.
there were like, people were like, ah, lamb's head. It was like, there were just like these little painful things where it was so painful you had to look away. It was like,
well, that one with that wasn't little. There was blood. I
know, but even then it wasn't like there was like things.
No, there wasn't things.
Out. It was like, but it was just like, again, it was like you had to look away because it was just so painful and unexpected.
Yeah. So, general consensus is go see it. If you're 17 and older, that's my thing. What do you think, buddy?
I think you should go. I think you should definitely go see it if you can. It's one of the greatest films I've ever seen ever.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
And yeah, just be aware of that R rating and the gore and the touching.
There's lots of touching.
Touching, yes. Awkward. You could sit that way a little farther. That's fine.
Kirk out.